All right, I'm back again. I'm not trying to be like just a fat cow reaction channel, but I saw the title of her latest video, and I have to watch it. Here we go.
Fat cow. Fusilin Beauty
Oh
set
fuck! I
up
forgot to
like
speed her up. God damn. Okay, 1.5. She's slow as fuck. Yeah.
a trial shop for her merch. It's on the dark web, which is a bit weird, but whatever. Any point is
Actually,
store.
sorry, I'm gonna turn her down a little bit because, like I said in my last one, I do speed everything up when I'm done because I also talk kind of slow. I don't talk this fucking slow, but if I speed her up too much and then I speed myself up after, it's just gonna be chipmunky. So 1.25.
Please ignore any noises you hear in the background. I got my kitties some cardboard scratching posts with catnip, and they're currently all having a bit of a party. Anyway, so I decided to buy some merch, and I got this pathological liolin baby grow, which I thought was really cute, but it came with a disclaimer. It said, if you don't buy any of my products in pink, there will be hell to pay. I thought, well, that's weird. But she's in America, I'm over here. What possibly could go wrong? Well, I got this, obviously, yesterday. This morning I woke up and totally not my anaesthetic.
I mean, fine. Does everything have to be a bit?
Disclaimer before I proceed.
Okay, I like that hat. I like spooky shit. I still like the her whole aesthetic and all this shit. I just don't like her attitude and how she just talks down to everyone. But I do like her whole look.
Any noises from cats in the background, I am not being responsible for. I got some cardboard scratching posts with catnip, and they're having a bit of a party, let's say, for want of a better word, and disagreements are occurring. Okay?
Did you watch my?
Yeah.
Oh, there's no way she watched my video where I was like, the cat's crying in the background. That would be no way. I've got my cat sitting here by my feet. She's just chilling.
They're not very good at sharing. So there's that. Anyway, today I'm playing Devil's Advocate. Hence the horns. Haven't worn these for a while. Not much is going on the surface in girl world, but yet everything's going on. So I'm just going to have a bit of a waffle about what I think the future holds for our two lovely ladies. The future is looking pretty grim for both of them.
Yeah, you always say that, and we know. They're fucking death fats. They don't have a lot of future, and it is grim. So, wise one.
I predict we're going to see a crippling decline of both of their channels by the year's end.
Yeah, no fucking shit. They're already both going down. Amberlynn's views, while they're still like good enough to give her a decent income, they're like half of what they used to be. And Foodie, like we know, her channel is like on life support. Again, tell us more.
In fact, it's quite possible that both parties will be completely yeeted off the internet in their entirety by the end of the year. Foodie, I think, her health is going to give up before her channel does. Barely. Even yes.
Maybe. Like, yeah, she's pretty bad off, but she's also been remember when they were cracking down on terms of service and like eating disorders and glorifying that kind of stuff? And for a while, she'd be really, well, more careful and like she wouldn't finish her food. And then now she's just straight up back to being like, I'm addicted to this and like I can't stop eating this and I have a food addiction, blah, blah. You know, like she's definitely not even trying to hide it. So I feel like if anything, that will maybe get her strikes or just kind of, I mean, people report her all the time. But when she's straight up saying like I'm a food addict and then she's binging all this shit on camera all the time, like I don't know how serious YouTube, and especially with her channel now, how it's like barely on the radar. Who knows?
Today's performance. I think Amber is going to get yeeted off the internet.
For what?
Because
For
of
what?
a scandal.
Oh.
Something is going to come out and it's going to be monumentally damaging to her reputation, to the...
Oh, is she coming out here and accusing Amber of being a PDF file? I hate fuck. I can say fuck and cunt and twat and all this, but you say, like, I'm not monetized, so I could probably say whatever the fuck I want. But yeah, you gonna call her a pedo again? Is this what we're doing? Okay.
Point where people are going to turn their back on her in droves. So let's start with Foodie, shall we? Foodie yesterday, deep-throated, approximately, on camera this is, we don't know what she did off camera, 2,500 to 3,000 worth of calories. She ate them in a trance, in a state of bliss, and extremely...
Are you new? She's been doing this for years. Why is this suddenly... okay. Whatever.
quickly. And people have been asking, why does she keep showing the food? I think it's a feeder thing. It's for...
Yeah, no shit. We know all this. She's got that one guy that anime sucks, who the stuff he was saying in her chat and like that didn't get him blocked. She's got to have, and especially, I mean, she's broke, but with how much she probably makes on YouTube, I have no idea. I have no idea how to gauge that with all of her expenses and if she actually is paying to work off her tax debt in Canada right now. Like, she has so many things to pay for. If she's just making money off YouTube, I don't think it's enough. And like, Salah can say all day he's got businessman duties, but it's not happening. So I'm sure there's other sources of income. I don't know how it's not come out yet. I'm just waiting for that day. If she does. Again, I am speculating. I'm not saying it's true, but I just don't see how else, unless she's just like so far in debt. But again, like her credit, she doesn't have credit. I don't think she can get a credit card with her bankruptcies. So, I don't know.
Feeders showing the food with the bite marks in it, how much is gone, how much is left to gone. That's my theory. Don't watch actual dedicated feeder porn, which is what Foodie's doing. I think Foodie was told, lose weight or get out, amongst many, many, many other things.
No, Salah just comes along once in a while and pretends to be like the doting husband, and he really cares about her health. But the last few streams, she's been eating a shit ton of food, and he's been in the chat like, oh, it's fine, and defending it. And people are like, you got diabetes, maybe you shouldn't eat this much. And he's like, oh, it's just a little snack. He doesn't give a fuck. I think at this point, either he's just given up because she's a nightmare. She's got to be a nightmare, especially if you don't let her just have what she wants. Or he's just over it. And it's like, he's not going to Canada. She's not making that much money for him. So, just eat what you want. Eat yourself to death, girl. Who cares? That's my theory. I don't know.
That would involve getting out. Did a few videos saying, this is my new health art, blah, 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 blah. Proved to Salah, look at how much my views drop when I'm not eating utter crap. And so he's like, right, if you don't eat complete and total crap in the most disgusting way possible, as quickly as possible, to cater to your feeders and the like, you're not going to make any money. So
I don't think she's making that much money anymore anyway. I mean, like, even when she does rage, which are her highest rated, is that the word I'm looking for? She's got the most views when she does rage, but even then, people are going to go to reaction channels to watch her rage. She's not bringing in anyone, no matter what she does. Like, she's just stagnant because everyone's kind of over it. They don't want to support her directly. So, yeah, I think he's just given up. It's not worth the hassle.
Go ahead, eat yourself to death. I only care about the money.
That's what I just said.
Also, it's a 2-in-1 thing. Record a mukbang for YouTube while simultaneously making a feeder porn. I don't give a shit what she does. I do give a shit about the fact that she's making dedicated porn while wearing a hijab. I think that is monumentally distasteful and disrespectful.
And that's fair. A lot of people feel that way. I don't give a shit because I'm not into any religion. I mean, technically, from what I've seen, she is Muslim. She took I'm not gonna butcher that so hard if I say it. Starts with an S. So technically, she is a Muslim. She doesn't do anything to be Muslim. But I also do kind of agree with Foodie on the whole. Like, you know, there's a ton of Christians that don't act in a Christian manner, and people don't give them shit. And I mean, it's true. Sorry, just editing here, and yeah, okay, I see where Fat Cow is coming from, and I do agree with that. If you're going to use religion as a shield, and anyone says anything bad about you, you just blame it on, you know, you're being Islamophobic. You can't turn around and do that shit. Like, that's just ridiculous.
Has Salah realised that Canada is just a pipe dream? It's not going to happen. So the only plan of attack currently is to make as much money from Foodie as conceivably possible with feeder porn and allow her to die.
Yep.
Because at least then all these problems are solved, apart from money. We can always move on and find somebody who doesn't know his reputation on the internet. Also, there's a big market in feeder circles for people being completely immobile and bedridden and being looked after. Whether Salah is the man to look after a bedridden foodie, including all the necessary things, I don't know. I'm partly of a mind that foodie would love to be bedbound. Just think, her food is brought to her. She doesn't have any responsibilities or things to do. Plus,
Okay, I can't say I disagree with any of that. She loves to talk about how she wants to travel and do all these things. It's like, no, she just wants to lay on the couch, eat, scroll through TikTok or whatever the fuck. She doesn't actually want to do anything.
Salah will give her a bed bath, and, well, he'll have to encounter her nether regions for toileting purposes, and maybe in Foodie's mind, I mean, that's the nearest he would have been to her nether regions for a really long time.
Ugh.
She might consider it
Gross.
for lay.
Ugh, shut up.
Who knows? Her mind's warped enough. I think she'd enjoy being bed bathed by Salah. She's probably looking forward to it, being the nearest thing she's had to intimacy for quite a while.
Oh, it's disgusting. But you're right. I agree. When you're right, you're right.
And, nobody can ask her to do stuff like exercise, go out and do things, if she's actually so bedbound. Foodie might lose her channel, or her channel might get so poorly watched that it might as well be dead. But feeder porn Foodie will do very, very well up until her final minute, because for whatever twisted reason, that's what they pay for. And I think bedbound Foodie would be a happy Foodie, because nobody will expect anything from her, and she just needs her food brought to her. I don't think the thought of being bedbound scares her at all. Now,
sorry I didn't talk very much for her. I don't disagree with her on that. So, got nothing to say about it.
desperate for money while
Sorry, I'm gonna
pretending.
go back.
Could Amber Lynn Reid be more desperate for money while pretending this is a new era and I'm so happy because I'm not eating crap and everything's perfect, so I just want to create a safe space and here's a cameo and here's membership and here's live streams, but you have to pay for them, blah, 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 blah. Admit it. While you're not broke by pretty much everybody's standards, you are making significantly less than you're used to.
True. I also think she is paying for her feeder at this point, because I think she lost her job over all of this, and she was a nurse, so like she probably made decent money. She owns her own house. She's got animals to pay for. And if she lost her job, she's kind of fucked. So I think all the memberships and cameos and all this stuff is Amber Lynn's, like, she's just making extra money to send to her feeder, which sucks. I hate that whole situation. I don't like Amber, but this relationship that she's in is so fucked. But no, like, she's not gonna listen to anybody. Even with evidence thrown in her face, she's got that, well, I'm special. She's not treating me like that. She loves me for me. Girl, get your head out of your fat shelf ass.
Your lifestyle is somewhat compromised as a result. You are desperate to make money. So the future for Amber Lynn Reid? Something is coming. Something will be revealed that is going to be so scandalous, so disgusting in terms of morals, that the public will turn their back on her. It's coming.
If you're saying what I think you're saying, you're basically saying it's going to be found out that Amber is a full-blown petter. I was going to say pedo and pederass, and you know what? Yeah, you can't just say things like that as if they are fact. Yikes.
It's done something, or it's doing something that will make her lose all of her supporters. It's in the works. Things are getting bad for Amber.
Okay, see, and for a second, I had a minute to think there, and I was like, well, maybe she's just talking about the feeder thing, and like she's actually doing fucked up feeder porn, but we already think she's doing stuff. Like, she had the cookie crumble video, and apparently some mashed potatoes, and sticking her tits in mashed potatoes. I don't know. But yeah, but we already know all of that is going down, so I gotta assume she's talking about the the account that she was following on Instagram and how suddenly she's a diddy.
And while we felt that we knew what kind of person she was, which is not a particularly nice one, I think we've all failed to acknowledge how bad of a person she actually is. I will be so bold as to say it will involve sex in some way, shape or form.
Okay, great.
And it will be
Don't.
of a not necessarily
Don't.
agreed upon manner.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
With
oh. Okay, I'm gonna keep going because I feel like she's gonna go where I think she's gonna go, and I don't like this.
A vulnerable individual, let's say.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Yeah, she's straight up saying, oh, yeah, Amberlynn is a kitty fiddler. Fucking hell.
Or it's DV of a level we hadn't quite appreciated. Appreciated, you know what I mean? It's not the right word.
Okay, yeah, we know that we don't know this. She has allegedly hit or slapped or punched or, domestic violence towards her ex-girlfriends. I mean, I don't think there's one ex that Amberlynn has that hasn't said some shit about her except for Jade. But she just kind of, good for her. She made that one post on, I think, Instagram being like, I'm free. And she was never in the spotlight anyway, so. But apparently, there was big blowout arguments between them where there was like actual violence involved. So yeah, so we already know that. We already know Amberlynn is shitty. We know there's so many reasons, again, to not like Amberlynn Reed. But to straight up call her a child diddler? Yeah.
You understand. Again, where will this lead to? It will lead to the only source of income Amber will be able to get, and she'll be quite successful at it too, is feeder shit. So, doesn't look particularly bright for either of our girls, does it? No. Well, that was a bit of a gloomy one, wasn't it? Anyway, you take care, everybody.
Oh, for fuck's sake. All right. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye.